All right. Who'd like to start us off today? How about you, Karen?
No, no. Well, you can imagine I've been with the family all weekend. So you know what they say, if you think you're enlightened, spend time with the family.
That'll certainly sober you up.
Yeah. So that's why I was like emailing you urgently, like, yes, I want to join, even though I'm out of town. So,
Cool.
not much going on, just, one step forward, two steps back kind of feeling. Uh, like there's some progress, and then you get entangled with everyday life. Then it's like, when you're drowning and you're trying to get back up above water. So, but just trying to pay more attention to thoughts and not follow them.
How do you do
It's
that?
how do
Yeah, that's interesting what you just said.
Yeah, it's the a thought will come in and you don't even realize that you're following it. in
Right,
in my in my experience, you're so wrapped up in the story that you just become the character and you're actually playing out your role.
right.
And then you catch yourself, or you catch what's going on, and then you're like, wait a minute. That's the feeling I experience. Mm.
It's all right. It's okay. So, so let me put it really simply. All right. So there's a mind going blah 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 blah. Right. I
Yes.
don't care what it's saying, but it's just going blah 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 blah. Yeah. My question, what I want to know is who's following it or who's being affected by it. That's what I want to know.
Other thoughts, yeah.
Yeah, but you're implying that it's you
That's the
that's
issue I'm
following
having.
it. Yeah, that's
Yes.
okay. That's okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's look at that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're implying it's you.
Yes, and there's a sense of me, yes.
Yeah. Well, there's a sense of something.
Yes.
Is it a sense of me?
Probably, yes, I would
Okay.
say, because
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna pin it on someone else, right?
Okay. Well, no, let's see. Yep. Okay. So, can Kieran feel?
No.
Can you feel Kieran?
That's a definite no.
Then what's this idea that you're putting forward about a sense of you? What sense are we talking about?
That's yeah, it's a made up feeling, I guess. It's a made up sensation.
Is it? Like right now, yeah, it's okay. We're just
Yeah.
exploring this together, right? So, right now, yeah,
Mhm.
is there, I'll use your language, yeah? Is there a sense of presence?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
right. Now, is that presence being affected by the thoughts?
No.
Then what is? Remember, we're talking about being affected by.
Yes.
Okay. So if that sense of presence is not being affected by the thoughts, what is?
When you lose that sense of presence, right? When I lose it, or when I'm not conscious, I'm kind of,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
go on. What? When you
And
lose it, what?
then the thoughts probably direct me a certain way, which is
Okay.
the me, right?
Yeah, yeah, but is there one?
No, conceptually I know there's not one. I
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay, good. I mean, that's a start,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yes.
Now tell me why conceptually you know there's not one there.
When there's a sense of presence when you're resting in presence, when you know
Yeah,
there's not a me. It's just it's this, right? It's what's happening now. It's this.
I
And
understand,
there's
but yes, I understand. Look, yeah, but is it is it not true that you're still taking this to be Kiran?
yes.
Right.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Good. Okay. So now we got something to work with.
Yeah.
Now we got something to look at. Yeah. Okay. So my question was, tell me how, at least conceptually, this can't be Kiran, because you think it is. So I want to know why, at least conceptually, you think it's not Kiran. You with me? You tracking with me?
Yes.
You understand? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's look at this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
Can you rephrase it?
Well,
Rephrase.
yeah, sure, sure. You made the statement earlier that conceptually, at least conceptually, you understand that there's no Kiran, there's no me.
Yes.
Yeah? And what I said to you, yeah, was, yeah, sure, okay, but you're believing that this presence is still Kiran, to which you said, yes. Yeah?
Yes.
Good. So now what I want you to do is I want you to tell me conceptually why this can't be Kiran. I need you to look, Kieran. I need you to look. I need you to look and I need you to tell me. Why cannot this presence be Kieran? Why is this presence not Kieran? Conceptually.
Because it's made up of thoughts. Karen is made up of thoughts and stories.
Right. So you understand that conceptually, yeah?
Yes.
Good, good, good. Okay. So given you understand that, at least conceptually, what bit are you missing? Because there's something being missed, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good. What is it?
Probably for me, what solidifies that is
Solidifies what?
the sense of Kieran
Yep, yep, yep.
is probably the emotions that come along with it.
Right.
It's
But
probably.
but hold on. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't you think it's amazing that a mind or thoughts can create a seeming Kiran? Don't you think
Yeah,
that's incredible?
it's frustrating. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
It's
why would it be? Why would it be any more incredible that the mind can produce all these ideas about emotion?
Yeah.
Where do you want to draw the line? Like the mind also produce yeah, that mind there, pointing to you, Kieran, right?
Yes.
That mind there, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Tell me if I'm wrong, okay? But I guarantee it. That mind there is absolutely creating an idea of this here.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Good. Not guilty. Sorry, not guilty, Your Honor. I don't care
Yeah,
what your mind is saying about this here. Yeah, not guilty.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's saying things about a feeling and an emotion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we were to take the story away from the emotion, yeah, then what would be experienced?
It's just story. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, but what would be
yeah.
experienced? What would be experienced? If because let's all right, there's a feeling there, right?
Yes.
Good, yeah. And the mind is saying, I don't know, it's fear, just for argument's sake, right?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So if we take the mind out of the equation,
Mm-hmm.
just for a split second, right? Take the mind out of the equation, yeah. Now what's being experienced?
It's just presence.
Mhm.
Presence. Just there's a stillness.
Yeah, is that true? Is that true? Is that actually your experience?
Yes, I have had that. Yes.
Right. So if we remove the story, so there's let's just say right now, just right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making it up, so track with me. Okay. So let's
Okay.
just say, all right, so let's just say right now, what you're experiencing is fear, an extreme fear. Okay. Now,
Yes.
I'm assuming you've experienced fear before. So you know what that feels like, right?
Yes.
You know what it feels like in the body. Yeah. Good. So now, if we take the label or the idea of extreme fear, if we just remove that instantly, bang, it's gone. Now, what's being experienced?
There's no Karen, and it's just a sense of presence.
Doesn't have to be a Kiran. The question
Yeah.
is, what is being experienced?
Nothing really. I mean, it's
Really?
just
Really? Really? Have you ever experienced in your whole life, yeah, where you've been feeling this a palpable emotional feeling, and in an instant, it's gone and removed. And the body is just completely at peace and calm and like it never happened. Bang.
no.
No, there's a hangover, right?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Good. That's the reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So what I'm asking, right? You know the feeling of fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that, right? It seems to ripple through the body. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if we remove the story about that, now what's being experienced?
Just presence. I mean, I'm feeling it right now. Just being present.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure.
would there be a sensation still rippling through your body if we instantly removed the story about the sensation?
No.
It would just instantly disappear. You've experienced that before.
No, I mean, you'd still have some aftermath.
That's what I'm asking you. Good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So we remove the story. Yeah. Now, what could we say is being experienced?
The the aftermath.
Good. What are we going to call that? Good. Because we removed the story, right?
Yes.
Good. But there's something happening. What are we going to call that? You can't call it nothing, right? Because there's
No.
something. There's something that's an aftermath. Right? What are we going to call it?
Just awareness.
We could call it a sensation, couldn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Just a sensation, right?
Yeah.
Right. Just let me give you an example. Yeah. Right now, you have the sensation of your bum sitting on the chair. If you go
Yeah.
there, right? You have the
Yes.
sensation of that. Yeah?
Yes.
Good. There's no story attached to it, is there?
No.
Just a sensation happening. Yeah?
Yes.
Right? And you probably weren't even aware of the sensation of your bum sitting on the chair until I brought it up.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's a sensation. Yeah? And then we remove the story. Yeah? Now, what's being experienced? Sensation. That's all. That's
With
all.
no, yeah.
That's all. Just like you're experiencing a sensation of your bum sitting on the seat. It's a sensation. You
Yes.
experience that sensation. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Two hands just gently rubbing together, and there's a sensation that happens there. Yeah?
Yes.
Good. Without a story attached to it, it's just a sensation. True?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So without the story of Kiran attached to this beingness and this presence, yeah? Now
Mm-hmm.
who's experiencing just this?
No one.
We could certainly say not Kiran, right?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
That's what's important. Not
Yeah.
no one, or some people might say, oh, it's awareness. Yeah.
It's just there. Yes.
Yeah, but yes, but what's important is it's not Kiran.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the important bit of information. Because just a moment ago you said, yeah, this feels like Kiran.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So what we've got to do, we've got to knock Kiran out of the park
Yeah.
as such, yeah. That's got to be said. That, not substituted with, oh, that it's awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. But that statement, oh, it's awareness, is useless if there's still a belief here of a sensation of Kiran being here. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So what we have to do is we have to explore what Kiran is, fully explore what Kiran is, so as you know that it's crystal clear in an absolute sense that this presence or this beingness can't possibly be a Kiran. And you know it now. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Until that's fully known, Kieran, until that's fully known, there's always going to be a little reservation. Yeah, look,
Mm-hmm.
I get this conceptually. I get it. Like, I understand it conceptually, but truth is it still feels like Kieran's here. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Yeah. Which is,
Yeah.
look, and I get it. I went through exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went through exactly the same thing. Yeah. It wasn't until I saw in an absolute sense, that this beingness, consciousness, all these labels that we give it, awareness, presence, right? All these labels that we give it. Yeah. It wasn't until I saw in an absolute sense that it's not possible, not even remotely possible, for this experience of this to be Terrence. Not possible. Not possible. Now, for me to know that, I had to 100% know what Terrence was. Know it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. And what Terrence isn't. What is and isn't. Yeah. It's just a pattern of thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things going on here. There's a mind going blah, 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 blah. And, yeah. Especially when we're around a family. Jesus Christ, it goes nuts. It does, right? Right. So there's that happening. It's just going off. Yeah. There's that. And then there's just this right here. Just here. Then there's this. Now this is direct here. Yeah. Nothing's
Yes.
nothing's happening. as such. Yeah. It's pretty still here. You might disagree when you're in the middle of your family.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay. It can be. I don't care if one's enlightened, awake, or not awake, or whatever the case may be. It can be challenging being with family. It
Yes.
just can't. Not for every single person on the planet, but by far the majority. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. Yeah.
Yes.
There. You could be completely clear, completely wide awake, and you got your whole family walking around you in the same room. God knows how many of them there are, right? The whole family, all projecting their ideas onto you as to who they think you are, and then
Exactly.
and treating you accordingly. You're like, hang on a minute. Yeah, it can be tough. Be tough.
Yeah.
So, see, I think part of the secret, Karen, was in what I was asking you earlier. And what I'd like you to do is to get it as a direct experience rather than understanding it conceptually. And it was this, yeah? Oh, she disappeared. Oh, there she's back. She's back. Good.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Timing.
It's family.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
This is really important, what I'm going to say. I said it to you earlier. You kind
Yes.
of went, yeah, no. But I want you to really get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And it's this. Can Kieran feel? Because if you're taking this presence to be Kieran, then your answer must be yes.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah.
Yes, I understand it.
Like conceptually, you might go, oh no, I can't be. Yeah,
Yes.
but if the
Yeah.
message that's floating through here is but I'm feeling, and it's the emotions, and that's that I'm struggling with. You, if you couldn't feel, you wouldn't be able to experience an emotion.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm not saying when I'm asking that question of you, I'm not saying there aren't feelings that are happening. I'm not saying that. What
Mm-hmm.
what I'm really asking is it Kieran feeling? Can Kieran feel? And the other and I want you to sit with this, yeah. And the other question is, can you feel a Kieran? Because it's really interesting. There's a
Mm-hmm.
phenomena that happens here with most people. Most people, when I ask them, can Kieran feel? Can James feel? Can Barry feel? Whatever, right? Most
Mm-hmm.
people that are on the non-dual path initially will say, no, James can't because he's not real. And I go, okay, cool. Yeah. And I go, well, good. Second question, can you feel a James or a Barry or whatever? Yeah. 99 times out of 100, the person will go, yes, I can feel a James or I can feel a Barry. I go, how can you
Yeah.
feel something that can't feel?
Yeah.
How can you feel something that's void of feeling? Because the first question is, can Kieran feel? And if you go, no, if you go, no, would be a conceptual understanding, right? No. If you say no, then what are we doing answering yes to the next question? Can you feel a Kieran? What are we doing? If Kieran
Right.
can't feel, how could you feel that? What would something that's void of feeling altogether feel like? You with me?
Yes.
Good. Okay, good. So the answer to both those questions is no,
Yes.
right? But I want you to know it. You have to look at why it's no. Fully, like why it's no. Again, I'm not saying there aren't feelings or sensations happening. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that. I'm not saying there's not sensations happening. My question is, who's experiencing the damn things? Because if you think it's Kieran, your me's going to be right here and it's going to feel 100% real. Why is it going to feel 100% real? Because there is something happening here. There is
Yeah.
there is an awareness, there is a beingness, there is a consciousness here. There's something happening here. Yeah. Now, if you're calling this that's happening here Kieran, then Kieran's going to seem real. You with me?
Yes.
Yeah. So you got to
Well,
knock that out.
yeah, the pointer that you said about there will be sensations, that was important.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking there shouldn't be anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but that would be ridiculous. That
Yeah, and that's not.
ask me if I can feel my ass sitting on the chair.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ask me if I can have an emotional feeling. Yeah, I can. I can. Yeah. My
Yes.
teacher just recently passed away, 40-year relationship with him. Yeah. I was so sad. Now, yeah, that's interesting in and of itself. Listen, yeah, I was so
Hmm.
sad. Yeah. What was it I was really experiencing? Love. There'd be no
Yeah.
sadness, there if there wasn't love there. It was love that I was experiencing. This steps in and calls it sadness. Oh, I was so sad. Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're still
Yeah.
going to feel love. If you woke now at the drop of a hat, bang, yeah, you're still going to
Hmm.
love, I was going to say all of your family, most members of the family. I'm jesting, I'm joking, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still going to, you love people.
Yeah.
I adore my son. He's nearly 30. I love him to death. Huh, like, you're
Yes.
still going to feel, yeah.
Yeah.
There's still going to be this stuff happening. All we're trying to do is to knock out the false identity. That's all. So the real identity is revealed. And it's only been the mind your whole life saying, this
That is.
presence is
Yeah.
Kieran.
Yeah.
You know that mind? This is, you know that mind that just happens? You know all those thoughts that just happen?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just been, I'm going, it's just happening.
Yeah.
And you're not the thinker of those thoughts. Do you
Yeah.
understand that? Yeah. So
I
if the
I,
thoughts,
I get that.
good,
Yes.
right? So just happening. And it's these same thoughts that go, yes, this is me, Karen. What are you doing? Why are you buying into that?
Yeah.
You're not doing any of that. Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Even this creation of a Kiran, yeah, is not
Hmm.
being done by you.
Right.
You understand this? It's not being. You're aware of thoughts just happening, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you doing any of that?
No.
Then you're not creating a Kiran.
That's true.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. You were certain about that. Good. Just,
Yeah.
yeah. And then just look at those other two things. Can Kiran feel? Can I feel a Kiran? And really know the answer. Like know it. Know
Okay.
it. Not as a conceptual idea. Yeah, still Kiran here, and I conceptually understand it. No, Kiran would still be there. You with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look closely enough, if you really look closely enough, what you discover is Kiran is deaf, dumb, and blind.
Hmm.
Kiran is not conscious, is not aware, and is not alive. Period. And never has been. Never has been. Now that's radical. Yeah. Now, for you to assess whether or not what I just said is true or false, you'd sure as shit have to know what a Kiran is, right?
Yes.
Right. Do you understand? For you to
Yeah.
know whether or not what I'm saying is true or false. you'd have to know what a Kirin is.